Hi, I'm Steve,
And I'm Barbara.
and we are Left Shore Construction, and we're here today to talk about an exterior renovation we're working on. I was called by the client to take care of some stucco repairs she needed, and she found out that we are full-service general contractors and reflected the idea that she needed a roof replaced and a bunch of trim work replaced and a repaint, and so we're taking care of all of that.
So today we are prepping for paint. After Steve's team is done with stucco and caulking, then we will wrap up some landscaping in burlap, make sure that it's all ready. I brought some shingles in, we'll replace the shingles, and then we'll prime and paint. I'll go get some things done, and Steve will tell you all about it.
Okay. In a historic house like this, it is better to repair and match what's there than it is to replace it with something that doesn't look the same as the rest of the house. So we started on this project by replacing the roof. And while we were replacing the roof, we discovered that there was 3 layers of roofing on there. First there was a layer of cedar shingles, and then there was 2 layers of composition roof over the top of that. So unlike the previous 2 contractors that were here doing the roof, we didn't just layer over what was existing. We removed everything and started back with the frame. Put up new plywood, new flashings, and a new 30-year composition roof. That way we could bring it up to current industry standards, and we won't have these moisture damage problems anymore that they've been experiencing around their house. In the front entryway, there was a stucco section where originally they had not put in the proper flashing. So there's a structural beam support over the top with some decorative corbels on it, and the water had been leaking in behind the stucco from the roof. From the outside it looked fine, but as soon as we opened it up, we discovered that the whole inside of the wood was rotted away, and we've had to replace that. And with that, of course we can get the beams, but the corbels you can't buy, and our carpenter had to make them in his shop by hand. So on the front of the house there was some stucco, the original stucco, and there's 2 sections on the gable end, and there's one section that was over the top of the roof. Because of the wood rotting out from underneath the one section, we decided to go ahead and recoat the other section so that they both match and look new. In a lot of the trim work around this house, we've been able to save it. It's actually, the wood is still good, it just looks bad because the paint's peeling and flaking off. In this particular case here, that trim is just completely rotted out. We're going to remove that and replace it, and that way we keep the authentic look of this old house. So as you can see here, what we've had was a trim band, a design band here, and there's no flashing right here. So water has worked its way inside and it's rotted out the wood that's inside here. We don't have any damage to the frame, so we got really lucky there. And what we're going to do is we're going to replace this just the way it was originally, except we're going to add a piece of flashing that comes out from behind the siding and out and over the trim, and then it will never have another problem again. On the original wood windows, most of them are actually in really good shape, and all we really need to do is sand down the paint and repaint them. But at some point in time, somebody had put these storm windows over the top of them, and the homeowner expressed the desire to keep these storm windows. So we're going to remove them, clean up and repaint all the existing windows, and paint the storm windows and install them back on the top. You can see how tall the roof was originally, and that actually isn't just from the roofing. There was a bunch of caulking smeared up in there because they were trying to stop water from getting inside because it wasn't properly flashed.
So we are going to cut off the bottom 1.5 inches of the shingles to provide a gap between the roof and the wood to eliminate any future wood rot problems in the shingles. Then we'll add a new roof-to-wall flashing that extends 4 inches off the roof, repair the shingles, prime and paint.
In this location, it doesn't make any sense just to cut the bottom off and add a 3-inch band. We're just going to tear off all of those shingles and replace them, and that's what Barbara was doing, was trying to find a shingle that matches, because not all the shingles are made the same as they were back then, and so it's a little bit of a hunt to find these sorts of things.
The building is now finished. All weather-related issues have been remediated. We replaced the rotted wood and treated the remaining wood with dry rot retardant. The owners got a new roof, newly painted siding, we added flashing and caulked. We also repainted all metal screens and installed weather stripping. We brought the house to its original beauty, and it will now serve its owners for many years to come. Like our videos. Contact us at leftshoreconstruction.com for all your exterior renovation needs.